Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. I have a brand new product to play with in this video. This was sent to me by Let's Resin. This is their UV resin kit and I'll link the video here if you missed the unboxing, but this is 12 colours. I have never used coloured UV resin. This is the entire range. They are gorgeous colours. And again, we're just going to have a play. I've never used them. I like to use things for the very first time with you guys so we can check it out together. All of the details will be in the description box for this product. Now, again, I am a Let's Resin affiliate, so there is a 10% discount code for you there, and I do earn commission on sales. I do not get paid cash. That was a question that came up in my last chat. I don't get paid cash for these videos. It is literally an affiliate ship. So here we are. Oh my gosh, these colours, guys. It's such a breath of fresh air to use something other than just clear UV resin. You know, it was exciting for me. First up, I went in with the pink and the purple. This purple, all I could think about when I see purple now is Wendy at Toonfish Crafts. Honestly, Wendy at Toonfish Crafts is such a purple colour lover that whenever I use it, I'm just thinking of you, Wendy. You're welcome. I'm just filling up these little moulds and I'm using my flame to go over, pop any surface bubbles and straight under the UV lamp for 200 seconds. The reason I'm curing as I go is really because my UV lamp isn't quite big enough to hold both of these moulds within it. So I decided to cure as I go, just, you know, guys, you know me, just to prevent me dropping anything in them or dipping my finger in, because that is absolutely something I would do. These blues are stunning. The bottom one is called Lake Green and the top one is blue, and together they just look like the Maldives. They really do. Obviously, I've never been there, so, you know, Google. I absolutely love this colour. What I did do is just use a micro brush to try and blend these two colours a little bit more to avoid those harsh lines before throwing them under my UV lamp for 200 seconds. This was a common reoccurrence in the video. I literally pour my resin and then UV lamp it like straight away. The one negative, I have to say, these bottles, I would love for them to come with a much thinner spout. And there's pros and cons to having a wider spout. Obviously, you can pour more. But for me, and these moulds were so intricate that I could have done with a much thinner spout to get down in, because in a minute I'm using another mould where I'm going to show you, and actually it's way more intricate than this one. Now the black, let's talk about the black. I was really surprised that the black was black. I genuinely expected the black to be like a, I guess, transparent like the others, but the black, oh my goodness, it is totally opaque. I was not expecting that. I always felt like if you have an opaque UV resin, then the light can't transfer through. But it worked. Like, what is the science? What in the alchemy? Like, really fascinated me with that, because again, I genuinely thought sometimes you add dye or alcohol ink to resin in black and you still have a transparency to it. But the black and the white, oh, completely opaque. It blew my mind. And I guess in a way that makes sense, right? Because when we get our nails done at the salon, like I haven't done that for years now, but when you get your nails done at the salon, those gels are opaque, aren't they? And the UV light still cures them. So I guess that's that. That's that. My brain often wonders, like, how does this happen? But I guess it makes sense with the gels. So this is the more intricate fiddly mould I was telling you about. I decided to have even more fun here and just play around. The pro of using UV resin is that this stuff stays sticky for days. You've got no time limit. UV resin, no time limit whatsoever, because this stuff does not cure unless it is cured by UV light. Now, whether that is the sunshine in the sky or the UV lamp, it won't cure until it really gets enough of that UV to cure it. So you've got a long playtime, I mean, it could be hours of work time. But as soon as that UV light hits, it's game over, like game over. With these ones, I thought I'd have a little bit of fun. At the top there, I've used some of the caramel and I've cured it. So before I added the water for the ocean scene, I cured the caramel at the top before I added in those two different gorgeous blues to create the ocean. I figured I just wanted to try it out, you know, just to see, could we get like these miniature 3-colored oceans, again straight under the UV lamp for those. And it is time to cure. Now here's the thing, when I first went to demold, not cure, demold, when I first went to demold, the backs of the black and the white were a little bit sticky, so I did actually turn the molds over quickly and I cured them from the back side as well. But I would kind of just recommend doing that anyway. This was advice given to me a while back. Cure both sides, which is handy with these molds because the light can get through this kind of silicone. And look at these, they're so pretty, so pretty. These really remind me of the 80s, you know, that throwback to the 80s bright jewellery. Does anyone, or has anyone watched the Netflix drama Sex Education? That was really based in modern times, but their fashion, oh my gosh, the fashion was very 80s, and that is what these remind me of. That caramel and black gives me coffee vibes, and the black and white is Twiggy. It just screams Twiggy. The model from the 60s, absolute 60s. As for the more intricate ones, so pretty and cute. They're giving me kind of like acrylic vibes. You know, you can buy acrylic jewellery now that is coloured. That is what this reminds me of, and even a little bit glass. Now, we're going to try something here, very experimental, never done this before, so, you know, forgive. I am using some of these wooden die cut laser cut sharks. Now, if you've been with me at least a year or two, you'll know that Moray over at Lothian Woodworks does all of my wood die cutting for me. Paid for, not sponsored in any way. I do purchase these from him, and it's been a while. I feel like oceans are calling me. I need to move back into oceans. What I'm going to do is attempt to put down some of these miniature sharks into some of the UV resin. Now, before I did this, I did coat them completely. I completely coated them with the black Posca pen. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. I will tell you right now that black acrylic paint might be better because I feel like the black acrylic paint would fully seal the wood. We won't get no bubbles, but again, this was a very last minute, let's just try it, you know, while we're filming, we might as well try it. I fell in love with the round hoops from before with the blue and the blue. So I figured, what have we got to lose, right? We're all here to learn, might as well go for it. I absolutely loved the way these looked. So these teeny tiny miniature sharks, again, were laser cut by Moray at Lothian Woodworks. I'll link his details down below if you need anything laser cut. I've got a lot of videos using his work, but yeah, here they are going straight under the UV light again for the 200 seconds before I top coat them with clear. Now at this point they were looking okay. I did see some bubbles, and again that is probably because I didn't take time. You know, this was a very last minute decision to do this. If I kind of knew what I know now, I would have definitely sealed them properly using black acrylic paint, maybe 2 coats of black acrylic paint, just to prevent any of those air bubbles getting through. Or the resin getting in to the wood is what creates your air bubbles. So if you're doing wood and resin, make sure that that wood is sealed beforehand. And look at this, we got a little bubble explosion. Bubbles aren't necessarily the worst thing when you're doing oceans, because there's bubbles down there, right? There's bubbles down there. That is what I tell myself every time I get bubbles in any ocean pieces. The other side is tragic. It's absolutely tragic. It's like the shark had its own little bubble party going on down there. But altogether, you know, for something that I didn't plan and I really didn't think through, they're not altogether horrific. Just learn from me that the Posca pen is not good enough. The Posca pen does a good job at making them black, but definitely does not seal the wood. So rookie error, guys. Should have used black acrylic paint. This is where it comes down to patience. Impatience. I did a little bit of carving with my deburrer and that worked a dream for these. And here they all are. I had too much fun using these. They all have their own special little something something. I particularly love the ones in the middle that are almost like coffee with cream. They've come out so beautifully, and again, everything's going to be linked below, but let me know in the comment section what ones are your favorites. The sharks, it was a little experiment, so learn from me. You can absolutely do this, but make sure your wood is sealed. These two, again, there's something about circles, guys. There's something about circles that I find so aesthetically pleasing. All the other shapes, not so much. These ones here are definitely giving me Madonna 80s vibes for sure. And Pat Butcher, I have referenced Pat Butcher in a previous video. These are definitely Pat Butcher earrings. And yeah, Pat Butcher is a character from a soap here in the UK called EastEnders. Check her out. Like, she's very well known for the big, loud, kind of garish earrings that she used to wear, and these are definitely her. But I love them all for their own little reasons. The UV resin, again, will be linked below. Sadly, it's only available in the USA right now, but guys, it will come to the UK. Hopefully, if it does well in the USA, it will be coming to the UK. I know that it's frustrating for so many of us because we see these products and we want to try them now. I think Let's Resin launch first in the USA, and then a few weeks later they trickle down into the UK and Canada and wherever else they sell. But here they are. I hope you absolutely love them. This was so much fun, guys. And another really fast project. You've got an 80s night that you're going to? Slap out the UV resin, get that lamp on, you've got yourself a pair of earrings. You don't even have to go shopping online for vintage 80s earrings. No, you can do it yourself. Do it all yourself. Get your jewellery made with your coloured UV. Get this mould. It's so 80s. I love it. So much fun. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.
Yesterday there was sun.